Hey guys, welcome to Gardening Friends, and I'm your host Scott. Well, today we get another 5 tips. A brand new 5 tips for you. All gardeners should know these things, and that's why I'm making this video. So shall we? Let's get started. Yes folks, it's an empty roll of toilet paper, and you should see what you can do in the garden with this thing. You can do many things. So here's the first thing. Well, I brought one of my plants in the garage to make this video, but I wanted to show you this roll of empty toilet paper. I don't like this is some of my garlic, okay? And I don't like scraggly plants. This is one of the things you can do. So you can just slip it over your plant, and it keeps them separate, you see, from any others. Okay, here's another thing you can do with these is, let's say I want to plant a little clone here, and this is a tomato plant. So okay, now I'm gonna put it right through here, and the bottom stem's gonna stick out, and you put the whole thing right in the dirt like this, and by doing so, you'll see, I'll explain in a second here. Let me fill this puppy up. I have the tomato plant clone. It could be a seedling, could be anything. You know, sometimes they get weak and they need an extra support, so you just put a roll of toilet paper right here, and you can also fill the roll of toilet paper, which means your clone will actually get roots right in the toilet paper also. So it's an extra space to gain some roots, especially with a small container like this. You know, when I was a kid in school, you know, in 2nd grade and 3rd grade, we used to pass notes to the girls, you know, and we used to send notes in little envelopes. But those little envelopes, they're really cool because you can actually use them for your seeds. Okay, fold your paper, your sheet of paper in 4 like this, okay? And now we're just gonna cut it, okay? Cut your 4 sections like so. Okay, now you're gonna take the 4 of them like this, and you're gonna fold them like this so you actually make a square, okay? And you're gonna cut the remainder off over here. Okay, so now you're left with 4 little square pieces of paper, and we already have a scored line in it. So you're just gonna make a triangle like this. Okay, now take the corner here and just bring it here, not quite to the edge, just a little before. Then turn it around, take the other point and bring it right to the other corner like this. Okay, so there you go, you made yourself a little envelope. Now fold a little flap here, fold it forward like this. Okay, now you're gonna take one of the flaps, the inside one, and you're gonna put it in the fold of your little triangle in the front. There we go. So basically, you're gonna take that first flap here and you're gonna put it in that triangle. Okay, now you're just gonna press it, so that seals your envelope, and now you have a nice little envelope for seeds. And it works really well because there's a lip here to catch all your seeds. So I do have a couple of seeds here I want to put in there. See these seeds? So you just kind of, there you go. Now to close it, you just take the other flap and you put it inside that same triangle in the front. So you just put the second one in there after your seeds are in there, and voila, your seeds are actually safe, secure, and you get enough space to right in the front okay, to write whatever it is. You can do it to a whole big sheet of paper for like really big seeds. Okay, now that that's gone, we have our full square, the whole sheet of paper. So we make our triangle. Once again, you fold this to about half from there to here. Okay, but not quite to the edge, just a little before. Okay. Okay, turn it around. Take the other point and bring it to the opposite corner, right to the edge. So this is what it should give you. Okay. Now we're gonna fold these flaps forward like this. Okay. Now you're gonna take one of those flaps, the inside one, and you're gonna put it inside that little triangle. Okay. So put it inside, and now just press it firmly. So here we go. We have another great little envelope, and to seal it, you put the second flap. Once again, once your seeds are in there, you just put your triangle, put it inside, and this will hold quite a lot of seeds, you know, for like bigger seeds like corn or whatever. Okay, here's my third tip. You ever seen these Chinese takeout containers? They're a great little thing for seeds. You know, when you plant some seeds, basically it's a miniature greenhouse. So here's my soil. You plant all your seeds, sprinkle some water in there to make it moist. You put this on top, and you got an instant greenhouse. You put this baby on your windowsill, and in no time flat, you're gonna have little seedlings. Okay, this is another trick for people that don't have a greenhouse. Okay, I use this a lot on my balcony when it's really cold for extra heat and greenhouse effect. I built this frame a long time ago for, I don't remember for what, but I kept it nevertheless. And it's really handy for this purpose. Okay, we're gonna turn this little square into a greenhouse. Okay, so there's some cheap plastic that I had. There we go, as simple as that. So basically I take that and lean it on my balcony on a 45 degree. I lean it on a house so the 45 degree is towards the sun, and that gives me, whatever I put under there gives me the greenhouse effect. So that, to me, that's another great little tip for someone that doesn't have a greenhouse, and that's a great way to get extra warmth and protects you, even your plant at night. Okay, here's my tip number 5. Sometimes I don't want to mess with worm tea or casting and all that stuff. So here's an easy method. Okay, here's my little planter here for my seedlings or my seeds. And I just take a handful of worms like this. Okay. And just spread them out on top like this. There's probably 15 worms there, and what they're gonna do is actually find themselves a new home in there, and they're gonna create casting, and that's one way to organically fertilize your soil without doing anything. Of course, you need a worm bin to take the worms from, but here it is. Now you just wait a little bit, and they'll all go deep in the bottom and wiggle around, aerate the soil, and put in some casting all over the place. 3/4 of the worm have already disappeared. Okay, this is the 2-minute mark, and as you can see, there's not a worm in sight. They're all gone deep. They're already hard at work fertilizing my soil. Okay guys, well that was my 5 tips. All gardeners should know this stuff. It's great little advice for different little things, and eventually you need one of these little tricks, and they're always handy to know, you know. So okay guys, on that note, this is Gardening Friends, and I'm your host Scott, and I'm gonna see you on my next video. And guys, don't forget to subscribe, okay? Alright, bye.